everyone, Christian Shreve back to you, bestboxingbets.com. I'm also the author of Money Boxing. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Let's talk about Floyd Mayweather's Duck Dynasty, or we should say Dynasty of Ducking. Look, everyone knows now, even his best supporters have seen enough that they know that for 5 years he was willing to take second place because he didn't want to fight Manny Pacquiao. Then he moves up to 154. He beats Miguel Cotto. He becomes the world champion, which can only be accomplished through the Ring Magazine title. World champion at 154. That was last year. Last week, Floyd Mayweather Sr. goes from saying, hey, Floyd would kick his butt, to we want him to fight in a division, meaning Canelo Alvarez, that he has never fought in the whole time he's been a headliner. Well, Canelo's camp says, let's meet in the middle. Let's, 151 between the two divisions. Floyd says, no, I'm not going to fight him. He's too strong. He's too big. Well, by this time, it's clear that you can make excuses for Floyd if you want it this time. But he believes that Alvarez is not the guy to face. Now, some are going to say it's like the Pacquiao thing. You don't think you can beat him. There are even some people out there who will take his excuse du jour, which is in this case, well, he weighs different at 154. Then he weighs in and then he's big and he makes the weight, and you won't fight him. But behind the scenes, what's the thought process? I believe it goes something like this. We saw against Austin Trout evidence. I believe it's past a trend now. We have in the rumor performance entertainment world of professional fist fighting, we've seen enough to draw a conclusion. And that conclusion is that Canelo is being poised to become a breakout star as big as De La Hoya, as big as Mayweather, a smaller Latin version of Tyson in some camps. They're hoping to see the next Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. That's what they're looking for. And as we saw against Austin Trout, it doesn't look like he can lose a close decision. And if that's the case, then there are two options that a mobile counterpuncher has, which is Floyd's base style. If you're facing somebody like this, you're going to spend about 2 or 3 rounds and figure him out, and then you're going to control most of the time. He can do that. But Floyd hasn't faced a real puncher in a long time. You see guys who are really good tactically. Like, I don't know if you remember the mid-'80s, but we had a fighter. He was number 3 pound for pound. His name was Livingstone Rasailuja Bramble. Is that a mouthful? And he could do everything. Tight guard. He said he had a coconut head. Fight lefty, fight righty, short, medium, long-range weapons. He could step to you, step away from you. He could handle anything. If you moved really well, he could track you down and pressure you out of your game. If you were a brawler, he'd eat you up on the outside, switching back and forth as he did with Tyrone Crawley and Ray Mancini, respectively. Then you put him with a true puncher. And he gets cracked on the melon, and he goes down and out real quick because he wasn't used to it. And so there could be some of that with Floyd saying, Canelo hits really hard, but I don't think so. I think that he looks at Canelo and says, by the 3rd or 4th round, I will have figured him out. He's going to come to me stationary. He's going to come with his right hand high, and he's got a good rhythm coming. He's getting better. He can take that 3rd step in, what they call the blitz. He can take that in, and he will take it in. He has that ability to do it. But the real gimmick is, do you have a guy who's going to lose a decision? Well, the deck is stacked in Canelo's favor, and anybody who saw the scorecards against Austin Trout realizes that this is a guy who probably will not lose a close decision. So if Mayweather's game is to figure him out by the 3rd round, read his pattern, read his sets, and then win, 9, rounds in a row, probably 7 out of 9, he could still lose the decision. And without having the power really to stop, perhaps not even to halt Alvarez, what do you do? If your only game is to outpoint a guy, and you could outpoint him convincingly and lose the decision, well, that upsets the whole apple cart. So behind the scenes, Floyd is taking a pass. Publicly, it's a black eye. We have to hope that the next fight that he picks will distract people from that, so they can keep that momentum going. The media is waiting for it, and this is an embarrassing duck. This. When you look back on his career, I don't want people to remember Mayweather just for avoiding Pacquiao. He became the pound-for-pound champion. He was for 5 years in a row before turning it over to Pacquiao and avoiding him from 2008 clearly to 2012, took over it again, and now in that first year, legitimately getting it back, he's hiding from someone else again. His logic is sound as a businessman, but as a pound-for-pound fighter, you haven't the luxury of making that kind of a call. These are my thoughts. What are yours? Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com. I'm Christian Shreve, and I'm here to tell you about why I think you should own my new book, Money Boxing, which is on sale now. Money Boxing has something for everyone, whether or not you know anything about boxing. You're about to receive a backstage pass into a world of glamour, corruption, and intrigue. And you're going to learn about the system, which is the only thing the casinos have had to fear in a long time. You can own Money Boxing by clicking on the link below now. I think you'll like it.